Hello and welcome to today's yoga practice. So it's going to be a shorter one, something that you could fit in the morning before you go to work, or lunchtime, or evening when you get home, so you're not spending too much time on your mat. Okay, so just come through to a comfortable seated position. Just roll the shoulders down your back a couple of times. Allow the crown of the head to lift and gently close your eyes. Let the breath gently move in and out through the nose. Just take a few moments to connect through to your breathing. Letting go of anything that you don't need right now in this moment. Softening through the face and the shoulders. And allowing the belly to expand with your inhale. And the navel to draw back towards the spine in the exhale. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, it contracts. Couple more breaths just like that. After your next exhale, just very gently tilt the chin down towards the chest. And then have a couple of breaths there with the chin down, just stretching through the back of the neck. And then roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Just lengthening through the right side of the neck. Bringing the chin back in towards the chest, and then right ear over towards right shoulder. So lengthening now through the left side of the neck. Bring the chin back in towards the chest, and as you inhale, raise the gaze. Okay. Take your right hand down next to you. As you inhale, lift your left arm up. Just tip gently over to your right hand side. Reaching out through the left fingers, stay grounded through the left sitting bone, and then you could just start to circle gently that left arm. Finding some movement through the shoulder, we can take it both directions. And then inhale, come back through to upright, take your left hand down and the right arm lifts. Breath or two there, reach out through your right fingers, stay grounded through the sitting bone. And then again we can start to circle through the right arm. Let's bring some movement through into your shoulder. Perfect. Inhale, come back through to upright. Now reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Intertwine the fingers, turn the palms away from you. Ground into the sitting bones, press up through the palms. And then keep that length in the spine, and we'll twist to the right. So left hand down to the right knee, right hand behind you. Draw back through your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Left shoulder back. And then inhale, lengthen. Come back through to centre, reach the arms up again, turn and press the palms away from you. And then as you exhale, release the arms. Now we're just going to swap over the cross of the leg. So whichever leg you have on top or in front, we'll swap it over. Clasp the hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back and down. A little bit of lift up through the heart there. And then as you exhale, fold forwards. Now you might just be able to find a little bit of movement side to side. Through the arms. Just work mindfully, always working within your comfortable limits. And then inhale, we'll come back through to upright. So just release out your arms, maybe just give the hands a little bit of a shake. And we're going to bring ourselves through to upright. So coming through to standing at the front edge of your mat. Grounding through the feet, reach up through the crown of the head. Connect to breath. And then as you inhale, take your arms out wide, take the gaze up, bring the palms to touch above your head, and as you exhale, draw the hands down the midline as you fold forward. So hands to the floor or to the shins. Find your halfway lift there. As you exhale, hands down, step back through to your plank. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. We'll just hold this plank for a couple of breaths. And then drop your knees down onto the mat and lower yourself all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale through cobra. Keep the shoulders soft and down. Exhale, come back down onto your tummy, tuck the toes. Press back up, downwards facing dog. Couple of breaths here. If you want to pad out the feet, just find a little bit of movement you can do. You can have a little bit of a shake of the head. Just gently engage through the lower abdomen, through the pelvic floor. And then as you inhale, float the right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, gently step your right foot through between your hands. And then come up into your high lunge. Couple of breaths here. Connecting to breath. And we're going to take this into a twist to the right. So keep the hips facing forwards. And you're going to turn the chest to your right. You look back towards your right hand as an option. And then inhale, bring it back through to centre. And I'm just going to pivot round to face the back edge of our mat. So same thing, you come back into that high lunge, couple of breaths. And this time that twist to the left. Try and keep your left hip drawing forwards. Inhale, bring it back through into that high lunge. And then pivot to face the long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet. Hands to the waist, draw your elbows behind you, so move towards each other. Lift up through the heart, and as you exhale with soft knees, we'll fold forwards. Bend your knees if you need to. Crown of the head drawing down. Tailbone up. Stay connected to each breath you take. And then soften the knees. Inhale, bring yourself all the way through to upright. We're going to pivot to face the front edge of our mat. Hands down to frame the right foot. You can step back to downward facing dog, or you can move through your vinyasa if you wish. All meeting in downward facing dog. Taking a moment to connect to the breath. And then inhale, float the right leg up behind you. Bend the right knee. And we're just going to circle the right knee a couple of times. Then you can take it in one direction and then the next. And then gently stepping the right foot through between the hands, nice and slowly, no hurry. Ground the left foot, Virabhadrasana 2 as you inhale. So take a moment to set yourself in the pose. Bending the right knee. So think strong through the legs. Soft in the shoulders. Take one more breath. And then take your left hand to your waist. Just step the left foot forwards. Right hand down in front of your right foot and a little to the right. And the left leg floats up behind us. So Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon. The option is there if you wish to bend your left knee. Take a hold of your left foot with your left hand. You don't want to do that, then just keep the left leg extended. Just take one more breath here. And then bend your right knee, step your right foot back behind you, so back into Virabhadrasana 2. Find your reverse warrior. And then pivot the hands down, straight to down dog, or move through your vinyasa. Connecting to breath. Inhale, we'll float the left leg up, bend your left knee, step your left hip on top of your right. You can find that circling action through that left knee. Taking it in both directions. And then gently step the left foot through between the hands, ground the right foot, Virabhadrasana 2 as you inhale. Strong through the legs. Take one more breath. Right hand to right waist. Step the right foot forwards. Find your half moon. Float the right leg up. Right hand up towards the ceiling. And you can stay there, or you can take a hold of your right foot with your right hand and kick the right foot away from you. Let's find one more breath here. Soften the left knee, release the right leg, step it back, Virabhadrasana 2. Find your reverse warrior. And then hands to frame the left foot. Step back through to plank. So we're going to come through to a side plank, but a forearm side plank. So your right forearm comes down onto your mat. You're going to roll onto the little toe side of the right foot and take the left arm up towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths here. Bring it back through to centre, left forearm comes down. Roll onto the little toe side of the left foot to let the right arm reach up. One more breath. Let's take it back through into our plank pose. Couple of breaths there. Press the ground away from you, engage the core. Send the tailbone down between your heels rather than letting it lift. And then nice and slowly roll forwards on the toes. Lower yourself all the way down onto your mat. Take your hands out wide. Inhale, come up for cobra. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, bring it back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to come up. Reach up through the crown of the head. Exhale to bring it down. Place the hand under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up to your plank, hips up and back, downwards facing dog. As you inhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Couple of breaths here in your lizard pose. You can always drop down onto your forearms if that's an option. Press up through the left thigh. And one more breath. Bring the left knee down onto your mat. And then when you're on your hands or your forearms, stay there. Turn your right foot out so it's now facing, if this was a clock, it would be facing 2 o'clock. And then we're going to extend the right arm out behind us. Now you can stay there, or if it feels appropriate, you can pick up your left foot and hold your left foot with your right hand, drawing the left foot in towards the buttock. So mindful of your body, mindful of how you're feeling. One more breath here. And then release the left foot down, come back through to centre. Step it back, downwards facing dog. As we inhale, we'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Same there. Just drawing the hips forwards and down. You can stay on your hands, you can drop down onto your forearms. A few breaths, just pressing up through the right thigh. And then we'll drop the right knee down onto the mat. Turn the left foot, so now if your clock was ahead of you, this would be 10 o'clock, and extend your left arm out behind you. Option 1 is to stay there. Option 2, pick up your right foot with your left hand, draw the right heel in towards the buttock. Keep reaching out through the crown of the head. You can look over your left shoulder, but you can just look down, whichever suits you best. One more breath. Release your right foot. Take your hands onto the mat, step back, downwards facing dog. Just pad out the feet if you need to. And then we're going to bend the knees and step or jump through to a seated position. Okay, I'm just going to turn around to face you. So I'm just going to extend the left leg out. And then we're going to take the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Cradle the right knee with the left hand. Take the right hand behind you. You can bind here. If you can thread your left arm through underneath the right thigh, you might be able to take a hold of your right wrist or your right fingers. Press out through the sole of the left foot. A bit of energy through that left leg. Draw back through your right shoulder. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. As you exhale, come back through to centre. Turn the top of your foot to face down. Option 1 is that you stay here. That might be better for you if you have quite tight hips. Option 2, if you can, bring your right heel over towards your right hip. Sit yourself down between your sitting bones. You can always straighten the left leg out if you need to. Left arm reaches up. Drop the hand down between your shoulder blades. Take your right hand to your left elbow, draw the left elbow back. Reach up through the crown of the head, sitting tall. And then maybe you take your right hand behind you, and maybe you can hold on to your left fingers. Find some length as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards if it feels appropriate. If you'd rather stay upright, then that's fine. Couple of breaths. Inhale, come back through to upright. As you exhale, release it out. And let's do the other side. So you're going to straighten out the legs and let the left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Cradle your left knee with your right elbow and take your left hand behind you. And again, you have the option to thread the right arm underneath the left thigh and hold on to the right fingers. Keep the right foot active, space between the toes. Reach up on your inhale, exhale to twist back. Each inhale, looking for length in the spine. Exhales, take you back. And then inhale again to lengthen. Exhale, come back through to centre. Releasing the arms. Turning the top of the left foot to face down. Option 1 is that you stay here. Option 2, bend your right leg so your heel comes over to your left hip. And then reach the right arm up. Bend the elbows, drop the hand between the shoulder blades. Left hand to right elbow. Sit up tall. If it feels appropriate, take the left hand behind you. Lengthen there. And then exhale to fold forwards. Just take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, bring it back through to upright, release the arms, and then release out your legs. And we're just going to find a way back into downwards facing dog. You can step straight back there. If you want to move through a vinyasa, then you can move through a vinyasa. So coming through into a downwards facing dog, softening the knees, looking forwards, and we're going to gently hop through to a high kneeling position. Bringing the hands behind you to your lower back, draw the elbows in towards each other. Bring the heart forwards, hips forwards, and find your way to Ustrasana, our Camel Pose. Either chin to chest or keep the neck long. Keep reaching up through the back of the heart. One more breath. Inhale, thighs draw together to bring you back through to upright, and exhale there. We're going to go one more time. Hands to the lower back. If you know this pose and you want to take this deeper, then you can do. Press the pelvis forwards. Lift up through the heart. You can take the hands to the thighs. You might tuck the toes, hands to the heels. You might untuck the toes, hands to the heels. So make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing. Couple more breaths. And then inhale, strong thighs, brings you back through to upright. As you exhale, sit yourself back down on your heels. Lengthen as you inhale, and then as you exhale, nice and gently, fold forwards. Take your arms alongside you. Find your restful child's pose. Take one more breath here. And then as you inhale, bringing yourself back through to upright. So there we go, short and sweet. Just going to find our way through into our Shavasana. So lie yourself back down, knees in towards the chest, and just have a little rock from side to side. And then straighten out your legs. That was only a short practice, so a short Shavasana will be fine, but do try and stay for at least a couple of minutes. If you can stay for longer, if you're inclined to stay for longer, then please do. Let your body sink down. Soften the face, the shoulders, the abdomen. And allow yourself to drop into a deep relaxation. And this is where I leave you. See you next time. Namaste.